Where's this one from, John? Where's this one from Madison?
No, this one is from, New Richmond. These are back you on it.
Okay.
Hello?
Tom, did you sign in?
I did not. Just hang on here,
It's
just
on
a
the
minute, Paul,
table
I'll put
over
you on
there.
speakerphone.
Just so we're keep track.
You there, Paul? I am. Okay, we'll just wait another minute until, 6 o'clock, and then we gotta do, we'll start the meeting and do the pledge of allegiance, and then you can talk.
Okay, just let me know.
Okay, just hang on in there.
How'd your training go last week? How'd your training go?
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh,
My head felt like a COVID molecule by the time it was done. It was so much data popping up. No, but I was able to save like all the chats and the transcripts and everything, as well as the handouts, so I wanna put together like this huge manual on how to do stuff, so
nice.
it was very good.
Good.
Call the meeting to order, pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, Paul. I'll turn you up here a little bit. Okay. Paul, like I said, we're just interviewing for town attorneys also, and, so there's a lot of static in here. And,
So, if you want to, I can just tell you a little bit about, myself
You
and
bet.
our firm,
yes,
if that's helpful.
that would be very helpful.
Okay, starting with the firm has been around for about 40 years. We have offices in New Richmond and Baldwin, in Menominee, and in Eau Claire. And we have been doing municipal law since the beginning of the firm. There's 13 lawyers in the firm right now. There's 3 of us that do municipal law, and there's the other attorneys, specialize in various other areas, employment and litigation, working with banks. I do a lot of real estate as well as municipal. So we certainly have the ability to handle work that comes along.
Of those 13 attorneys, do they all do towns, or a certain number do towns?
No, there's 3 of us that primarily do municipal law.
Okay,
And I mean, I don't do it full time. I do real estate. I have real estate clients. I have business succession clients. But for me, the municipal is my primary component of my practice.
okay,
I represent a lot of towns. And as I think I was explaining, many of the arrangements I have with towns, it's sort of on an as-needed basis.
Okay, could you just name off the towns or cities that you do, represent?
In terms of,
Like Weyerhaeuser, Big Bend, et cetera?
yep, you know, we do Rice Lake, we do the town of Prairie Lake over there. I do Village of Baldwin, Village of Roberts, Village of Osceola, North Hudson, Town of Hudson. I'm working with, taking on a couple new, villages right now, and I hesitate to say, you know, tell us too many, because then people might get the impression, well, he doesn't have time for us. And that's not the case. You know, many of these are just, you know, I talk to them 2-3 times a year. You know, when they need something, they come. So it's not like you're incurring a cost every month to have an attorney on retainer.
Okay, good. Go ahead, Paul.
Oh, I mean, and if you want a bigger list, I can certainly provide that.
Okay, we're fine, you listed plenty here.
Okay. So what questions can I answer for you or for the board?
Well, the first thing is, that I have after you covered that is your fees and, you know, travel fees, et cetera.
So our hourly rate for municipalities is $2.05 an hour.
Okay,
My normal rate is $3.75 an hour. But that's our firm's municipal rate. And that covers, you know, all the general municipal work.
okay,
What that doesn't cover is, you know, litigation. If you decide to sue somebody, you know, that's at our normal hourly rate. You know, if the town is sued, typically that's picked up by your insurance carrier. So there isn't, you know, an out-of-pocket cost for that other than, you know, your premium for your insurance.
okay,
But for the most part, you know, everything's covered under that 205. And if there's something that's not, then I talk to you about it before we get involved in that.
okay,
So we have that discussion. And again, there's no minimum, there's no contract. You know, you can terminate the relationship anytime you'd like. That's in our fee agreement.
okay,
So, and, you know, in some places I've done, and I do, I have just a flat fee monthly arrangement. And typically, I don't think that works well for towns. I had a town, you know, a few years ago that wanted a flat fee, and so they paid me $500 a month. And some months I worked, but many months went by where I just got $500 and the phone didn't ring.
sure, yep,
And finally, you know, we said, you know, this isn't working for you, Tom. You know, you're just spending money here. And we went back to doing it hourly, and it's worked just fine since then.
okay. How many years have you practiced, town law?
Well, I graduated from law school, I'm gonna age myself.
Okay,
In Passive Bar in 1987,
okay,
and started out, working for the city of Prescott, the first firm I worked at. And started my municipal career there.
how long did you, just curious, how long did you work in Prescott?
Just a year or two.
Okay, yeah, that was, you were there before, I used to live in Prescott, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't there too long. Then I went on, and I sort of worked the other side of the fence for a while.
Okay,
I was the senior real estate counsel for Menards, and built Menards stores around the Midwest. people that wanted to come in and build subdivisions versus the local farmers versus the people that lived along the river and didn't want anybody to move there.
Yep, we're going through the same thing right now.
Yep, and that can be very decisive. You know, just to tell you my story a little more, back then, for every meeting, we worked on this subdivision ordinance for a couple of years. And depending on the election, the density requirement went from 3 acres to 5 acres to 2 acres. And whoever got elected on the board, it would change. And, and that didn't work, you know. So finally, we all sort of got together and we came up with one that's worked, and it's worked really good for that town, in that situation.
Was that south of Hudson or north of Hudson?
That's south of Hudson, that's the
Yep.
township between Hudson and River Falls.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about then.
Yep, and we developed a transfer development rights program there where, you know, the terrain there, there's a lot of good farmland,
Yep.
but there's some hills. So we would allow the farmers, if they wanted to, it's totally voluntary, to sell development rights to the developers. And they could transfer that density to have a higher density up on the hillsides, and the farmer was getting paid for the value of that, and he kept his land and he continued to farm. So that worked out well, but that's not for every town.
Yes.
And, you know, I've been doing, with Bucky Norman here about 10 years, and I started off, representing, municipalities from day one.
Okay. Just taking some notes
So
here.
that's sort of my story. I think I have plenty of experience.
Questions, Pam? Anything?
No, you were on the planning commission then for your town?
Troy, yep, for Troy Township.
Okay, okay.
Yep, a long time. You know, and just, I think one of the advantages, and I don't know who else you're looking at, but one of the advantages of looking at a firm, is that, you know, a single attorney doesn't know everything.
Yes.
So, you know, if there's a question on an employment matter, or finance matter, or litigation matter, you know, I just go down the hall and ask the person who does that all the time. And that's an advantage, because sometimes, I don't know everything.
No, that's true.
Although some people think if you're a lawyer, you're supposed to know everything. And be wary of someone who tells you that they do.
Yeah, I guess.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's true.
Any questions?
I
Pam?
don't have anything else.
No, this, you look good, Paul. It's, let's see if there's anything else. Got that. How long have you been with Weyerhaeuser, just out of curiosity?
Oh, it's been a few years. It's been about 3 clerks, I know that.
Okay,
And then, you know, clerks come and go. I think Jennifer's there now, and I think Brad was before her.
Yep.
Yep.
And who was the lady before that?
Amy? Was it
Amy?
Amy Haas? I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Yeah,
okay,
I know, cause I dealt with her, they did some financing over there, so. I think it's been a few years, and again, you know, that's a situation where, I may not get a call for months. But when I have a project, something comes up,
say, I'm just curious, this is, what if we, you know, we currently have a town attorney, okay?
Okay.
And we're just looking around, and also, you know, for the landfill negotiations, like I shared with you, the other day. And is there a conflict in any way if we keep two attorneys? That's,
No,
okay,
you can have, you know, and, you know, talking about your landfill situation, there's many times where a municipality will go and hire someone who specializes in those things,
yes,
you know, on an as-needed basis, and I support that.
okay,
And, you know, that person can work with the, you know, the town attorney, or they don't necessarily have to. And certainly in situations where there's, you know, transition, you know, the existing attorney has projects and files that they're working on, and they keep those.
okay. So if we were to sign a, you know, an agreement with, yourself for a town attorney and another firm with a town attorney, and decide which one to call on subject matters, wouldn't be an issue?
No, not for me.
Good, good, okay.
It might be for the other person, but it won't be for me.
Okay, I'm just curious on that, good. Okay.
No.
I tell you, I don't have any more questions.
I don't either,
You-
no.
Do you have any questions at all?
What's the name of the company?
Baki Norman,
Okay.
I'm gonna try, why don't you spell Baki Norman for her, and then she'll, for our clerk.
BAKKENORMAN.
Okay. Tom, I'll ask you if, you can speak, you have any comments?
What is Paul's last name?
Paul Mayer,
It's Mahler, it's M-A-H-L-E-R, some people say it's the, you know, the composer,
Yeah.
the man is a composer. When I call down in Milwaukee, I get Paul Mahler all the time.
So Paul, I've got a question for you. Of all these towns, municipalities, et cetera, that you said that you represent, how many of them have you actually done landfill negotiations for?
we're not considering for landfill negotiations, though.
What do you consider them
A
for?
city attorney,
Yeah,
we just hire him for a town attorney,
yeah.
yeah, he's not done
I
any.
haven't done the landfill, no.
Oh,
This-
okay.
This isn't for any landfill. Any other questions?
I don't, no, very good.
Well, Paul, we really, appreciate it, and we will get back to you then. And to,
Sounds good.
okay, for any type of an agreement, you'll send the paperwork, et cetera, when, we notify you if you're chosen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Look forward to working with you.
You bet,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yep, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty darn good, but I'm not a lawyer, so.
He's been around for quite a while.
Yeah, he's got a lot of town experience.
I'll
We
close
can
the
make a
meeting.
motion?
Yep, well, you can make a motion.
Are
That's
you
the
gonna
end,
make a
that's the end of
motion
a,
to take him on, or?
No, I think
No,
we have
we
some
get
more
that.
interviews.
yeah, we've got 2 more to do.
Yeah.
Okay. That ends the meeting, since we finished the agenda items,
Okay.
so,
I'll
thank
make-
you.
Oh, okay, yep.
You have to say meeting adjourned.
Meeting
Meeting
adjourned.
adjourned.
Meeting
Okay.
adjourned. Something new every time.
Yep, it is. Gotta learn the lingo here.